Shalom, Israel. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, BASHAM, YAHAWAHSHI, BASHAM, Rakah, Quadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders who teach and rule well at Great Millstone. In peace and salutations and peace and mercy to the prophets, the hopeful elect, the 144,000, and to the men and women of the 12 lost tribes of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Shalom. Back with another lesson. I'll title this one, A Stubborn and Rebellious Generation. A stubborn and rebellious generation. And as you can see, this new generation, this is the worst time ever in Israel, and you Israelites. This is the worst time in our history as far as our people. This is going all the way back, you know, from out the garden all the way down through Noah's time and through coming out of Egypt with Moses. You know, our kings in the Holy Land, and all the way down, man. You know, to when the Lord YAHAWAHSHI was walking the earth, you know, walking the land, and all the way until now, man. This you know, this is the worst time. This is the worst time of our people, of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, into the Israelites scattered into these other nations that look like the other nations, the speckled birds. You know, our people they're completely destroyed. Completely destroyed. You know, you still have Israel out here. I mean, it's still out here doing drugs. You know, a big thing in the Israelite community is weed. You know, Israelites, they think the Lord then put a plant here to smoke. You know, like the Lord YAHAWAHSHI was walking around. You know, he was walking around rolling up blunts and smoking it. That's not what the Lord was doing. And those herbs are used for food. That's what he said. The herbs is made for food, man. You know, and they've took that plant and they've just abused it and start smoking it. You know, and that's a major thing as far as with that weed, man. You know, they doing all type of drugs. They're selling dope. You know, gang banging. You know, there's no the Israelite kids. There's no respect for the elders. There's no respect for the elders. I was just watching the news last night, and they were showing about they got out here in Northern California. You know, they do these street show, these car show, you know, side shows. You know, it's like a street show, and they spin their cars and, you know, do figure eights and stuff. And a man was just, you know, it happened in the neighborhood. They start doing the side show, the little car street show in the neighborhood, in the residential. And a man was trying to pass through with his family, and the kids just they just busted his windows open and start beating up him and his family. You know, I mean, and it was Israel out there. It was the tribes out there doing that. See, and you know, there's just no respect for the elders. The people are proud. You know, the adultery. You know, Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, you don't care nothing about doing, whether, your family member has a girl, a wife, or your best friend or friend has a wife, and if you got a chance, you're gonna go try to get that. Israel commits adultery all day long. And even with the music, I love rap music, man. I grew up listening to rap. That's Israel. But the stuff that they promote, man, is just they promote adultery. They promote selling dope and trapping, and extortion. They brag about adultery. Let me get a couple quick scriptures real quick, but this is a stubborn, rebellious generation, and then this word is out here, and they reject it. They reject this word here in the Lord, man. The people are destroyed, like it says in Hosea 4:1. My people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. So Hosea in chapter 4. My people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge, man. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, and then you put all your trust in this place, America, Babylon. I mean, the women, the young women. They dress like whores. They dress provocative. They got their breasts and everything stuck out. The young women is smoking weed all day, getting drunk, going from man to man. I mean, this is a terrible time for Israel, man. You got men dressing like women, you got the women dressing like men. They're doing all these sex, what do you call it? Different type of sex parties and stuff like that. Israel is selling out, trying to chase the bag. The pride is at an all-time high right now with you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Everybody wants to be the star. Everybody wants to be the star. And you can't tell you nothing. But, the Lord is, he's coming to do away with 2/3 of his own people because they're too rebellious. They don't accept this word. You even have some of these camp leaders or camps and stuff out here. The Sakaris. You're out here doing the work of the Lord, but then you're having stripper sex parties on the Passover. Have you lost your mind? Have you lost your mind on the holiest day? One of the holiest days, a high holy day, you're having sex and stripper parties on the Passover? You got these camps out here carrying guns to camp. They're carrying guns, some of these Israelite camps. They're carrying guns to camp. Where's your faith at? Because in this time of Jacob's trouble coming, the Lord told you, he that killeth with the sword shall die by the sword, man. See? But this is a terrible time in Israel. You got people, you got Israelites out here prophesying with their head covered. They got baseball caps and football caps, basketball hats on, putting fringes all on they clothes. Some of them reject, some of the writings, Paul's writings and Peter, and people adding on to the scriptures and taking away from the scriptures. Israel is out here. And ultimately they don't believe they don't believe YAHAWAHSHI. They don't believe in that name, and they reject their heritage. The Lord, he's sending judgment, man. The Lord got judgment prepared for 2/3 of his own people. He's gonna put them to death, through judgment. But let me go to. I got a few, and I'm gonna close out. Call halal Yahawah BASHAM YAHAWAHSHI, Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah YAHAWAHSHI, Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah YAHAWAHSHI, Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah YAHAWAHSHI. Call halal Yahawah BASHAM YAHAWAHSHI. You got Israel out here, robbing and, I mean, they're doing everything, man. They're doing everything. And then Israel, they take these celebrities, they take all these different celebrities and put them as leaders and high statue men or women, and idolize them. And that's another thing, the idolatry in this country with Israel, man. The idolatry, the adultery. I mean, this is the worst time for Israel as far as a people. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, and then you don't get along. I mean, there's no compassion. There's no holiness, man, at all. No spirituality, none. The children have zero spirituality. They're not into this. Let me go to Isaiah 30:9, and it reads, it says that this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord. See? And this word is everywhere, out there on the streets, flooded on the internet, everywhere. This word is everywhere. The Lord said that they will not hear the law of the Lord. They don't want to hear these scriptures. They don't want to hear it. They want to stay in wickedness. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, you don't want to do right, man. You don't want, 2/3 of you. You just don't. There's no good in you. The Lord told you, what he say? Some of you were just made to be destroyed. It says 10, which say to seers, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceit. And this is what they want. I just had somebody come on my comment board, and they were they were saying I was speaking too loud and in anger, but the Lord told you, cry aloud and spare not, and tell my people about their transgressions and their sins. And Israel they don't want you to prophesy. They don't want to hear about Jacob's trouble. They don't want to hear about America being destroyed. They don't want to hear about the famine, the pestilence, the death, the destruction. They don't want to hear about that. The economy collapsing. Is 2/3. They don't want to hear that. The Lord said, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceit. You see, let me go to Ezekiel 3:7. Ezekiel 3:7, and it reads, but the house of Israel will not hearken unto thee. They're not going to listen. This is why the Lord has to come. He going to send this judgment through the earth, starting at his sanctuary with his people. 2/3 of his people they're gonna die horribly, man. You seen what happened to Kobe Bryant. The Lord put Kobe Bryant and his own daughter to death in a helicopter crash. You see, for not serving him, man, because this is what it ultimately comes down to. You're either going to serve the Lord or you're going to be put to death horribly. There's no in between to it. You're going to serve YAHAWAHSHI, and you're going to do it in truth and sincerity, or he's going to put you to death horribly. There's some horrible judgment coming. Horrible. I mean, the unspeakable judgment that's coming. People are going to be getting eaten alive, cannibalism. People are going to be getting tortured, getting their eyes cut out and body parts chopped off, burned alive. I mean, the Lord ain't going to play with you, man. He's not going to play with you. But it says, but the house of Israel will not hearken unto thee, for they will not hearken unto me. For all the house of Israel are impudent and hard-hearted, hard-headed. You don't listen. And you keep mocking and scorning and laughing and thinking stuff's a joke, and then you side with the enemy too. With Esau, Edom, it says 8, behold, I have made thy face strong against their faces, and thy forehead strong against their foreheads. See, the Lord is telling you, you know, and this is why Jake tried to come up there, you know, on the highways and hedges, on the comment boards, you know, and they got something to say. But the Lord said, I have made thy face strong against their face. We're gonna tell you these. We're gonna tell you the truth. We're gonna tell you what YAHAWAHSHI said, whether you like it or not. See, about Jacob's trouble. And if you don't get in line, he's gonna put you to death. You're gonna die in a famine. You're gonna die in the world war, the war, you know, the pestilence. You see, we don't care. Mama, daddy, uncle, brother, sister, we gonna tell you. We are going to warn you, whether you like it or not. Children, wife, if you don't get in line, the Lord is going to put you to death. It says 9, as an adamant harder than flint have I made thy forehead. Fear them not, neither be dismayed at their looks, though they be a rebellious house. And this is what 2/3 of Israel, man. You're rebellious, man. You're hard-headed. This is why the Lord gonna put a whooping on you, man. He enjoy it. Enjoy it. Continue to be hard-headed and reject this word, because there's a thing called Jacob's trouble coming, and it's for Jacob, for you tribes, man. For you, two-thirds of you are going to get it. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. All this time, the pandemic that went by. We're going into pandemic 2. You know, all this stuff that's going on, man. All this time, the word is sitting here. We're on repeat telling you that you better get your soul right, get your spirit right, and come back to the Lord, or else and if you got a family, some of you that's hard-headed and reject this word and mock this word. Some of you that got families, you're gonna watch your children get. The Lord, he's gonna. Man, you're going to watch your children get tortured right in front of you, man. And then you're going to be put to death. You're going to watch this is how, the Lord is nothing to play with, man. He is nothing to play with. Because this is coming. A lot of you going to sit here, you know, you done mocked and blocked this word, and you got families and little kids and stuff. Man. The Lord, the way he do it, in this time of judgment, this Jacob's trouble, where you sit there and you got a newborn child or a 2-3-year-old daughter, you sit there and watch your children get tortured right in front of you by some militia or a gang or the stormtroopers, however the Lord wants to do it, and you won't be able to do nothing about it, you know. And you're gonna please, nope, he ain't hearing that. He ain't hearing it. This is coming. He said, moreover, 10, moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, all my words that I shall speak unto thee, receive in thine heart and hear with thine ears. See, receive in thy heart. Listen, man. It says 11, and go get thee to them of the captivity unto the children of thy people, and speak unto them and tell them, thus said the Lord, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear. You see, you tell them no matter what. And this is what's going. This is what we're doing. The men of the Lord, starting with the apostles and the elders and the bishops and prophets on down at Great Millstone. We're warning you, man, day and night. We don't care if you listen or not. We're blowing that trumpet. There's trouble coming. There's danger coming. Get your spirit right, man. Come back to the Lord. Come back to your power, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Because if not, let me go here. Because I'll close out with this. Because in this time of Jacob's trouble, Ain't gonna be no mercy on you, on 2/3 of you. Ain't gonna be no mercy. And we're it's almost that time because they're breaking news. Breaking news could come out at any time. The war is escalating. The economy, you see the famine, the pestilence, animals, chickens and stuff are dying off, earthquakes and things are happening in the sky. The angels are revealing themselves more and more. I mean, the things are picking up, man. The things are picking up. So if you don't get right, this is how the Lord said he gonna be to you. It says, Hosea 13:7, I'll close out with this. This is how the Lord gonna come down on 2/3 of Israel in this Jacob's trouble, in this tribulation. It says, Hosea 13:7, therefore I will be unto them as a lion, you see, as a leopard by the way will I observe them. And the Lord is watching like a leopard. If you see how a leopard stalks its prey, you know, they watch it. They're strategic, man. And this is how the Lord is doing. You see, he told you he would search Jerusalem with candles, you know. But he said, therefore will I be unto them as a lion, as a leopard, by the way will I observe them. That's why you got to change your ways and watch your choice of words. Change your ways, Israel, and watch your choice of words. Watch your mouth. See, especially to you little kids. See? 8, I'll close out with this right here. I will meet them as a bear. I will meet them as a bear that is bereaved of her whelps. The Lord said, in this time of Jacob's trouble, in this time of danger, he gonna meet you. He gonna send that this judgment at you. He gonna meet you like as a bear, as a bear bereaved of her children, like somebody stole her children. A wild, mean animal. A bear see, as you know, somebody then took her kids or children. That bear's gonna lose it. That bear's gonna go crazy. He said, "I will meet them as a bear that is bereaved of her whelps, and will rend the caul of their heart." He gonna rip your heart out. It's like a bear just taking its prey and then ripping the heart out, just tearing it to pieces. It says, and there will I devour them like a lion. The wild beast shall tear them. See? So the Lord ain't gonna play no games with you. And time is the doors of mercy are closing. The doors of mercy are closing. So, you know, these videos are up out there on the highways and hedges. You know, this is the time we're in a time of war. We're entering Jacob's trouble, the worst time in human history. It ain't going to get better. It's going to get worse. Things are going to get worse. And you're seeing it. You know, all that voting for this country, the Lord said, come out of her, my people. So you need to be getting your spirit right and seeking the Lord and calling on the name Yahawah, BASHAM, YAHAWAHSHI, and changing your ways. Get your spirit right, Israel, or judgment is coming for you. Shalom.